When living in the midst of the concrete jungle that is New York City, one may consider it a luxury to have a place where they can quote-unquote get away from it all. Located just 1 hour outside of Manhattan, Inner Designs North is such a place, and interior designer Lennon invited us up here to talk about life, interior design, and of course, Feng Shui.
What I do is I'm an intuitive interior designer, and I kind of made it up, kind of came up with that concept. I would say that Feng Shui really found me. I did not find Feng Shui. And I use it when I think it's appropriate, but I'm not really strict with it. It's always my client's choice. Inner Designs North is about 1 hour and 10 minutes north of Manhattan, New York City. And I've been here for about 11 years or so. And it's always been a place of contemplation for me, of recovering from New York City. Some of the ways that people have described it is it's like a fairy tale cottage, or that it is kind of the house that they've always wanted. It's just a really fun, relaxed place to be. A lot of people from the city view me as this kind of elegant Upper East Side lady, I think. And when they come here, very often they're really surprised that it's as rustic as it is and kind of as funky as it is. A lot of things that my clients are perhaps a little not quite ready for. I try out here, like my kitchen floor, hand painting it, just kind of wild stuff because it was too uneven and I couldn't stand it one more second. That if a client saw that, they go, oh, okay, this is interesting. I might want this. I am definitely not strict with Feng Shui. I've been studying mysticism for over 30 years, and there are many, many, many cultures. Pretty much all cultures have their own form of mysticism and of sacred space. To me, it's a pity that people don't know about a lot of these other systems because they're different than Feng Shui. They're less rule-oriented, they're less rigid, and they're very dynamic. And the problem that I have with Feng Shui actually is that people will look more to Feng Shui for balance and harmony and peace rather than inside of themselves for balance and harmony and peace. I have done a lot of soul searching here, a lot of meditation here, a lot of gardening here, a lot of working with the soil, and it kind of puts me into a whole different zone. I think that the fact that the house is built directly on top of a very large rock is very important. I feel the energy of the rock in the house all the time. This whole area, glaciers created a lot of the large rock formations that are here. The magical feeling that's here, I've really kind of pumped it up. I've encouraged it. I've helped it to grow. I've nurtured it. I bought this house with my second husband, and when he left, what began to happen was that I'd be fine, I'd be great, I'd be happy to be here, and then when I started getting very tired, all of a sudden I started feeling extremely depressed. After a while, I spoke with another Feng Shui practitioner friend of mine, and because the whole house is pretty much wood, she said wood absorbs emotions more than any other material. And so I realized that what was happening was that when I became tired, my husband's energy started, his mood would affect me, even though he was physically gone, through the wood. So at that point I decided to sand all of the walls and the ceilings and lighten them. And ever since I did that, it's never happened ever again. In my bedroom in the house, the way the bed is positioned is in the wealth corner of the room, but also the wealth corner of the house. And when I first placed the bed there, it was quite extraordinary. I really felt kind of like I was creating abundance in my life, like across the board, far-reaching. Also in the relationship area, there are a number of Taoist books on sexuality, and I have noticed that it has had an impact, most definitely. It's like the ultimate in romantic spots, I think. Do you think?